What's up and welcome to Fat Bear Week 2022. We are on day 6, so we are at the second semi-final. Tomorrow's going to be the finals. And today we're looking at 128 Grazer and 901. Again, as I said yesterday, we've already checked out these bears. We've already learned about their lore and stuff like that, and so we don't really need to go too much into their history. Although I noticed that I've had kind of an uptick in views in that my first videos aren't getting as many views, whereas the more recent ones have been getting a little bit more. And so if you're curious about which bears, like the kind of their histories or personalities or whatever, you can go back to the previous videos to learn more about them. So today we have 128 Grazer versus 901. And the blurb is saddle up and show up for the sundown showdown. All right, so let's look at the photographic evidence first, and then we're gonna look at 2 videos. So here we have 128 Grazer versus 901. In 128 Grazer's video, this picture's kind of funny, just because it looks like she has a really big tail, but it's just a rock. But anyways, so here she's looking, she's already looking pretty fat. By July. It should be noted that this is already a whole month prior, so I don't think that these are very good comparison shots. And so for that reason, I'm actually not going to consider the comparison too much, but at the same time, you know, these are taken just a week apart, and 901 is looking really fat, whereas 128 Grazer is really not looking that chubby in terms of, like, she's already pretty fat in July, and it doesn't feel like she made a ton of progress by September. I think she could have worked a little harder on that. So at this point, Grazer is dealing with babies, and so I'm not really that surprised at her size, but anyways, I think just from photographic evidence, it's pretty obvious 901 is a significantly larger bear. But even though I think it's pretty obvious who's going to win this round, I still want to take a look at some videos. So in this clip, 901 is looking pretty fat. We can see, even though we can only see the front of her, we can clearly see how she's an egg shape right now. Very active right now, looking at something, sniffing around, probably looking for salmon. And so she's looking very, very plump. This file is called 901 looking fat. So anyways, that was her. And so here we're gonna look at Grazer. Here she's with her 2 cubs, and she's the bear on the left. You can tell it's her just based on her like her face. She has a very long snoot. She's got quite the shape, but she's very mobile. That's the thing, is that when it comes to these fat bears, I really think that mobility is a great way to gauge just how fat they are, because we saw it yesterday with 747. He was struggling to get up that hill, but whereas 435 Holly yesterday didn't really have a lot of problems moving around, and so it seems to be the same situation here with Grazer. I mean, her belly could hang way lower, but it clearly doesn't. So I'm gonna go for 901. And 901 is very clearly taking the lead. A 128 Grazer, congratulations for making it this far. I hope that you have a wonderful hibernation, and I hope to see you next year. As for you, I will see you at the finals tomorrow. Peace.